Whoa. I tell you, that's the third fish I've lost. When you're losing fish like that, it's usually a sign of small fish. They're not getting the lure in their mouth, they're just grabbing the tail. Of course, y'all wouldn't know that I lost. That was my third fish to lose because I forgot to take the camera lens off. Camera lens protector. So you'll just have to take my word for it. Using a mirror lure provoker, and I'm adding a little Procure shrimp. It seems to help. Forgot my hat this morning, my big rimmed hat, so had to go with a cap. Okay, I feel you. There you go. A little speckled trout. It's a male because it's grunting. Wet your hands when you're handling trout. All right, good release. You might ask, why am I using this white lure instead of my usual watermelon color, chartreuse color? It's because of the water clarity. Okay, I'm in 7 feet of water, so I'm going to turn around, and go back into shallow water. What I'm doing is, since the wind is coming from the north-northwest, I'm just drifting from about 3 feet of water out into about 7 feet of water across these. I know there's grass here. According to my depth finder right now, this might be a mud bottom. And each time I drift, it's going to be a little bit further to the west. If you don't have a depth finder on your kayak, you certainly need one. Fish finder. Well, you're not going to find any fish with it, but you can tell how deep the water is. You get conditions like this where the water is real dirty. There's no way you can tell how deep the water is. At 2 feet, you can't see the bottom here. Now, if we go for a period where we've got a lot of dry weather and it hasn't rained for a while, you can see the bottom probably in 4 to 5 feet here without any problem. You can see where the grass beds are. But today I need my depth finder. That bridge you see there is the Pensacola Beach Bridge going from Gulf Breeze to Pensacola Beach. And all that over there is Pensacola Beach. I've had questions about my what tackle I use. I've had several actually. And for fishing shallow water flats like this, I like a small, this is a Penn Fierce 3000. I got a 2000 also. And rods, as I've said before, I'm very tough on rods, except for this one. I've had this one forever. So I don't spend a lot of money on rods. I use ugly sticks that I buy from Walmart. $29, $39. And they work very well. This particular rod here is called an angler. I don't even know how old it is, but it has held up to my abuse very well. I'm very bad at breaking the eyelets and breaking rods. And I use both mono and braid. For trout fishing, I actually prefer mono. This is 10-pound mono with about 12 inches of 25-pound fluorocarbon. And I prefer mono because trout have very soft mouths. And with that braid, and you rear back on one, you'll pull it right out of his mouth. You'll tear his mouth. So with trout, you should not jerk back. If you do, you're going to lose more fish than you catch. Let's try a plug. Might notice I use these lure protectors. If you don't, you need to. Keeps you from getting hooked. Of course, this time I hooked my lure. This is one of my other favorite lures. It's a Miradyne. Several colors, but they have such a flash that it really draws the fish. This is a nice thing about having a trolling motor. I'm moving to a new area and I can drag a plug behind me like that. I got a strike, but I missed him. There he is. Little trout, no doubt. Very little trout. Little speck. Oh. Another small speck. Hear that croaking? That means it's a male. A little bloody, but he'll be all right. The trout that breaks the water feeding makes a distinctive sound. And I've heard it so many times over the years that I know there's a fish there. Like that. That's another male. Male trout tend to be smaller than females. Yeah, 10 to 12 inches. And if you see or hear a trout breaking the water like that, change to topwater. I keep one reel with a topwater plug. There we go. Has to be very small, whatever it is. He's a little bigger, not much. Trolling can be very effective. You wouldn't think about trolling in a kayak, but if you've got a pedal kayak, you can even do it while you're paddling. You just you miss a lot because you have to put your rod in a rod holder. You can't keep the pressure on the fish. Whoa! Yeah, that's it. Hit it. Another small speckled trout. Something else right over there. Whoa! That was wild. This is a little bigger. Nice speckled trout. Or is it a Spanish? It's a Spanish mackerel. No wonder he pulls so hard. Nice Spanish mackerel. Whoops. Hit it again. There we go. Hit it again. They'll follow it till they get almost up to the kayak, and then they'll try to get it. There we go. Just playing with them. Oh, that's a skipjack. Another ladyfish. Almost jumped in their kayak. Ah. Ladyfish. Kind of fun to catch. Ah. Tuck my lure. Tuck my lure. Well, I gotta call it a day, so I'm gonna troll back to the launch. It's been a good day.